The breakthrough. The year is 2147. Earth has become a bustling nexus of innovation and chaos, where humanity's insatiable curiosity propels it toward the unknown. The camera pans across the sprawling metropolis of New Manhattan, where glowing skyscrapers pierce the heavens. At the heart of this city lies the Vanguard Research Institute, a fortress of glass and steel that houses the world's brightest minds. Dr. Elena Torres, a quantum physicist with a penchant for challenging conventions, stands in a dimly lit laboratory. Her eyes flicker with determination as she reviews a holographic display of data streams. "If this works," she murmurs to herself, "we'll redefine what it means to exist." Elena and her team have been working on Project Egress, an ambitious attempt to breach the boundaries of the universe by creating an artificial singularity. Their goal, to open a stable gateway to what lies beyond space-time itself. Key scene: activation of the singularity. In the Institute's cavernous main lab, a massive ring-shaped device hums ominously. Dubbed the Event Horizon Engine, it's powered by a fusion of dark matter and zero-point energy. The air is thick with anticipation as Elena's team gathers for the final test. "Powering up to 80%, says Marcus, the lead engineer. Lights dim, and a low-frequency vibration resonates through the building. 90%, 95%. Suddenly the machine erupts in a cascade of light and energy. A black sphere materializes at its center, pulsating with an eerie, otherworldly glow. The room falls silent as everyone gazes at the shimmering anomaly. "It's beautiful," whispers Elena, stepping closer. But as the team marvels, the sphere quivers violently, emitting an ear-piercing screech. Elena's expression shifts to panic. "Shut it down! Something's wrong!" The controls become unresponsive. The sphere expands, swallowing equipment and emitting tendrils of energy that crackle. With power, suddenly a deafening boom echoes as the screen fades to black, cliffhanger ending. The sound of labored breathing breaks the silence. Elena's face is illuminated by the dim glow of emergency lights. She stares at the remains of the lab, now a twisted ruin. But her attention is drawn to the sphere, which remains intact, floating serenely. From its depths, a haunting voice echoes. "You have crossed the line. Now, face the consequences." First contact. The camera opens on a news broadcast. The anchor's voice trembles as she reports. Authorities are investigating an unexplained explosion at the Vanguard Research Institute. Early reports suggest unusual phenomena. The screen cuts to shaky footage of the lab, where a black sphere hovers amidst chaos. Meanwhile, Elena sits in an interrogation room, her hands trembling. Two government agents, Agent Cross and Agent Riley, demand answers. "You opened it, didn't you?" Cross snaps, slamming a folder onto the table. "What's on the other side?" Elena's voice cracks. "I don't know, but it's alive." Back at the Institute, the containment team observes the sphere. Suddenly, its surface ripples like liquid and a figure emerges. Humanoid but ethereal, it radiates light and darkness simultaneously. The figure's voice resonates in the minds of everyone present. "You have touched the veil. Now prepare for revelation." The being identifies itself as a harbinger, an envoy, from a realm beyond human comprehension. It warns that humanity's experiment has disrupted a delicate balance, and the consequences will ripple across existence. The harbinger raises an arm, and cracks begin to spread across the sphere, revealing glimpses of a vast alien cosmos. Elena, watching from a remote feed, whispers in horror, "We didn't just open a door, we shattered it." The screen cuts to black as an ominous hum grows louder, hinting at the chaos to come. Fractured realities. The aftermath of the harbinger's warning unfolds as disruptions ripple across Earth. Strange phenomena, gravity anomalies, time distortions, and spontaneous materializations of alien landscapes occur worldwide. Governments scramble to respond, but panic spreads as the laws of physics begin to defy understanding. Elena is forced into a high-security facility where she joins a coalition of scientists tasked with containing the crisis. The facility, a a sprawling underground labyrinth equipped with cutting-edge technology, becomes a hub of frantic activity. Amidst heated debates and escalating tensions, Elena becomes obsessed with deciphering the Harbinger's cryptic messages, convinced they hold the key to humanity's survival. Meanwhile, Marcus leads a team to study the rifts that have begun, appearing worldwide. These gateways emit waves of alien energy, which not only alter the environment but also mutate life forms near them. Forests twist into otherworldly jungles, and animals transform into nightmarish creatures. Marcus's team uncovers a chilling pattern. The rifts are multiplying at an exponential rate. Each rift appears to be a fracture in space-time, and together, they are unraveling the very fabric of reality. As tension rises, global governments impose martial law. In New Manhattan, riots erupt as fear grips the population. Citizens flee the cities, only to find that the countryside offers no refuge from the encroaching anomalies. Military checkpoints are overwhelmed, and whispers of rebellion spread as trust in leadership erodes. Elena works tirelessly, poring over the Harbinger's messages. She pieces together fragments of alien language and symbols, realizing they form a dire prophecy. The Harbinger's repeated phrase, "You cannot mend what you have broken," takes on new meaning when she deciphers a crucial line. The fractures are the echoes of your ambition. In a desperate confrontation, Elena demands answers. From the Harbinger, the entity's glowing form looms over her, its voice resonating like a symphony of despair. "You sought to grasp the infinite," it intones, "but in your grasping you have shattered the vessel. Now the void awakens." As the episode concludes, the first reports of massive rift clusters merging into colossal voids emerge. Entire regions vanish into the abyss, leaving only silence. Elena, staring at the newsfeed, murmurs, "We're running out of time." Fractured realities. The aftermath of the Harbinger's warning unfolds as disruptions ripple across Earth. Strange phenomena, gravity anomalies, time distortions, and spontaneous materializations of alien landscapes occur worldwide. Governments scramble to respond, but panic spreads as the laws of physics begin to defy understanding. Elena is forced into a high-security facility where she joins a coalition of scientists tasked with containing the crisis. The facility, a sprawling underground labyrinth equipped with cutting-edge technology, becomes a hub of frantic activity. Amidst heated debates and escalating tensions, Elena becomes obsessed with deciphering the Harbinger's cryptic messages, convinced they hold the key to humanity's survival. Meanwhile, Marcus leads a team to study the rifts that have begun, appearing worldwide. These gateways emit waves of alien energy, which not only alter the environment, but also mutate life forms near them. Forests twist into otherworldly jungles, and animals transform into nightmarish creatures. Marcus's team uncovers a chilling pattern. The rifts are multiplying at an exponential rate. Each rift appears to be a fracture in space-time, and together, they are unraveling the very fabric of reality. As tension rises, global governments impose martial law. In New Manhattan, riots erupt as fear grips the population. Citizens flee the cities, only to find that the countryside offers no refuge from the encroaching anomalies. Military checkpoints are overwhelmed, and whispers of rebellion spread as trust in leadership erodes. Elena works tirelessly, poring over the Harbinger's messages. She pieces together fragments of alien language and symbols, realizing they form a dire prophecy. The Harbinger's repeated phrase, "You cannot mend what you have broken," takes on new meaning when she deciphers a crucial line. The fractures are the echoes of your ambition. Echoes of the past. As the crew continues their exploration of the alien planet, they begin to uncover strange, forgotten artifacts that seem to resonate with their team leader, Captain Jason Voss. These relics are not merely objects, but gateways to painful memories from his past. As Voss's history with a failed mission in deep space resurfaces, the crew is forced to confront a terrifying truth. The planet isn't just a physical threat. It seems to be connected to an ancient catastrophe, one that Voss was directly involved in. The haunting specters of those who perished in the incident now seem to live on in the form of phantom images, shadowy figures that torment Voss and disrupt the crew's progress. Voss tries to suppress his memories, but they resurface more violently, creating paranoia within the team. The crew must balance their survival with helping Voss face his demons. But as the line between reality and memory blurs, they must decide. Will the past destroy them, or can they harness it for survival? Closing doors, the situation becomes more dire as the crew navigates an ancient labyrinth hidden beneath the surface of the planet. Once a place of scientific exploration, this underground facility has since deteriorated into a maze of traps, shifting corridors, and strange hostile forces. Doors slam shut behind them, locking them in deeper with every step they take. The architecture itself seems alive, changing shape and dimension as though the facility was built with knowledge of alternate realities. The crew starts to experience visions, each person seeing their own fears manifest in the form of monstrous creatures or distorted versions of themselves. With the labyrinth shifting before their eyes and a mysterious force keeping them from escaping, trust within the group is severely tested. The crew members begin to argue and second-guess one another. One by one, they realize that not only are they trapped in a physical maze, but their minds are also being manipulated by the very walls themselves. The stakes get higher as alliances shift and fractures within the team form, leaving everyone wondering, who can they truly trust? The voice, outside. The crew stumbles upon an old communication relay system buried deep in the labyrinth, and they manage to activate it. At first, it seems like a routine distress call, but soon, an eerie voice starts speaking to them from the other side. The voice, though alien in origin, speaks in their native language, offering cryptic messages and chilling warnings. Some members of the crew feel an inexplicable pull to follow the voice's instructions, believing it to be a way out, while others begin to doubt its intentions. Is this voice really a distress signal from a friendly species, or is it an insidious entity seeking to lure them into a trap? As the crew debates whether to trust the voice or ignore it, strange phenomena start occurring. The voice leads them to more ancient technology, each discovery more disturbing than the last. Some crew members become obsessed with the idea of communicating with whatever lies beyond the voice, while others begin to lose their grip on reality, wondering if the voice is merely a manifestation of their own subconscious. With danger closing in on them from all sides, the crew faces the terrifying possibility that the voice may be leading them deeper into peril rather than salvation. No turning back. Deep within the planet's core, the crew uncovers a vast underground complex. Hidden within its depths is an ancient and highly intelligent structure, an organism of sorts, one that has evolved over millennia to protect its own existence. The structure appears to be alive, manipulating its surroundings and its inhabitants to preserve itself and its purpose. The crew realizes that the planet itself is not just a barren wasteland. It's a living, breathing entity that has been carefully constructed to protect an advanced species that had long ago perished. What's worse, the structure's primary function is to harvest human life forms to help the planet's long-dead species evolve once more. The crew must now confront the fact that they are nothing more than pawns in a twisted evolutionary game. The realization that they are being used as vessels for something far more ancient and dangerous sends the crew into a state of panic. As time runs out, they must work together to find a way to destroy the structure or escape before they are completely consumed by it. There is no turning back. The future of humanity depends on whether they can outsmart the machine and prevent its awakening. Mental collapse. The crew is being relentlessly tested by the strange energies and anomalies that seem to warp reality around them. These cosmic forces affect both their physical and mental states, causing hallucinations, psychological breakdowns, and dissociation from the real world. The planet's environment itself starts to break down their sense of time, making them question whether they've been there for hours, days, or even weeks. Some crew members begin to lose their grasp on reality entirely, convinced that they've been dead all along, and that everything they're experiencing is a hallucination. Others experience vivid nightmares of their darkest fears. Some even begin to physically attack one another, unable to distinguish between friend and foe. Desperate, a few of the remaining crew members attempt to find a solution, turning to the alien technology in the structure for answers. But every answer they find leads them deeper into madness, and the very forces they sought to control now seem to have control over them. As the crew begins to collapse under the weight of the planet's psychic influence, one member takes a heroic, last-ditch attempt to break free from the structure's grasp, even if it means sacrificing themselves to save the rest. Ascension and return. After overcoming the mental collapse and escaping the labyrinthine structure, the surviving crew members manage to disable the planet's core technology, preventing the ancient species from being revived. However, their victory is bittersweet. As they prepare to return to their ship, they realize that the journey back to Earth may not be as simple as they thought. The time they've lost on the planet has altered their perception of reality and caused the space-time continuum to fracture. When they finally manage to escape, they discover that they've been away for decades, and the world they left behind is no longer the same. They have returned to a future much different from the one they remember. A world that may be beyond repair, and one that is now also aware of the dark force lurking in the depths of space. The crew is forced to face a new reality, one in which the planet they escaped may not be the only one of its kind. And as they look back at the planet, they realize that this is only the beginning of something far greater, a new chapter in humanity's journey through the stars. Each chapter builds upon the previous one, gradually intensifying the tension and mystery, while developing the characters and their relationships. The crew's internal struggles and personal conflicts add depth to the overall narrative, ensuring that the stakes remain high and the story engaging.